Hi.
Hi there. I'm just sending out a quick message real quick.
Do you need my webcam?
No, absolutely. So you heard, I said this in the syllabus. I don't know what people have seen, but I record these sessions so that I can post the video for people to watch if they can't be here. So because I record, if you want to turn your video off, whatever you need to do, take care of yourself. No problem. Video on, video off, whatever works best for you.
Okay.
I'm just sending out a reminder email, but you guys already found the link, which is great. Cool. All right. All right, more people coming in. Cool. So you're my early people. We got a few minutes. So just hi, everybody. I'm Jeff. I'll introduce myself more and I'll answer questions for people. But thanks everybody for being here. And who's here? I see Andre, Veronica, Marciaca Norosco. I'm trying to put it all together. Hi there. What's your first name?
My first name is Amar Saiha. Just call me Amanda.
Amar Ceja. Whatever you want me to call you, I'll call you.
Amanda.
Whatever, we'll talk about that. Okay, Amanda. Whatever is easy. If people are patient with my accent, I will call you whatever you want me to call you. We'll talk more about that. But good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Veronica, I remember
yes.
from. Yay! Oh my! I know that background. Hi, Ying.
Hi, good afternoon, Professor.
How are you? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Your hair looks long, Ying.
Oh, yeah. Your hair is busy as me.
Working and going to class all day, every day, just like you.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Well, Andre, I hope that's Andre's dog. I don't know what's going on with Andre's.
Hello, Professor.
And Arina, hi. Arina.
Hi.
Hello. Who are you?
I'm fine.
It says iPhone. What's your name? iPhone.
Nadia. My name is Nadia.
Nadia, good to meet you.
Me too. Thank you, Professor.
We already got a lot of people coming, so that's great. How you guys doing? How's the first week?
Good.
Okay, that's good. There was a long pause, but that's good. That's good.
Hi, my professor.
How are you? Good to see
Uncle.
you. Excellent. That's good to see faces of people I remember. That's great. Make me very happy. Good. This should be a good class. We've got a big class.
Yes.
So of course, we'll see who's here. I know that not everybody can come to the Zoom meetings
Open
and
and
stuff.
close
So
the
we'll
door.
see who's here. Let's see. I'm going to start to share my screen. I know we've got a few minutes before class starts too, but. Cool. So if you're worried today, don't worry. We won't do any crazy grammar stuff today. We'll wait till next week. Today we'll talk about how to do the class and the syllabus and all that stuff.
Good.
So, but I
I'm
don't
talking about
don't
syllabus.
worry about no grammar quiz today. Okay, don't worry. How many classes are you taking, Ying?
Oh,
How many
I
units?
take the 13 units and 5 classes. And I also have the part-time job.
Why, Ying? 30 units? What are you doing?
I want to complete my study plan as soon as possible.
I understand.
Yeah,
We don't do vocabulary in this class really, but I'll put it in the chat. Does anybody know this word in the chat? Ambitious. Do you guys know this word, ambitious? If not, then I'll do a little bit, since class hasn't started yet. What's ambitious mean, Ying?
It's the personal goals.
I love it.
To achieve.
Yeah,
To
I love
achieve
it.
some.
Good. Yeah, that Learner's Dictionary. So this is for, again, a lot of you I've worked with before now. It's good to see people I know. But if you don't know me, then you don't know this Learner's Dictionary is my favorite online dictionary. The definition for ambitious, it's an adjective, having a desire to be successful, powerful, or famous. I think for Ying, that's to be successful. So very ambitious means a person with big goals, big dreams, works really hard, is going to do what it takes to be successful, you know. So when Ying says she has 30 units, I'm like, ooh, very ambitious, very, very ambitious. Yeah.
Ambitions.
I'll put this link to, again, if anybody, I think Google Translate is great. You guys know I don't mind translation at all, but I think a good online dictionary is really helpful too. So this is my favorite one in the chat, learnersdictionary.com. It's the definitions are written for language learners, so it's not really a difficult or complex definitions. That's why I like it. That's why I like it a lot.
The name of this dictionary is Merriam Webster?
Yeah,
Or Learner's
exactly.
Dictionary.
So Merriam-Webster, you probably know, very famous. Maybe you have a Webster's dictionary, very famous for sort of regular English and ESL. But this is so Merriam-Webster, specifically Learner's Dictionary. And like I said, that's why I like it the most. The other thing is, if I put this word back in here, ambitious, you get example sentences for every word, right? So the company was created by 2 very ambitious young men. So not just the definition, but you get some example sentences. And I think that can be really, really helpful when you're learning. Galina, more people I know. I know a lot of people in this class. Hi, Galina. And Galina's daughter?
Yes.
Galina's granddaughter? Okay.
Hi, Professor.
Hi. Your tech support. Hi, Galina. Good to see you again.
Hi, Professor.
Hi there, Teferi. Hey, forgive me if I'm getting people's names wrong. Forgive me. I will let you correct me soon. But I'm just saying hello. Good to see all of you guys.
Thank you.
Professor, hello everyone.
Probably not right. Hey, Wad, good to meet you. How are you? So like I said, we've got more people coming in now. But remember, as the woman voice probably said, right, this meeting is being recorded. I record the meeting for people who can't be here, and then I post the video. So remember, you can have your video on, that's great. But if you don't want to be recorded, turn your video off. That is no problem. Okay, so just remember, if you don't want to be recorded, turn your video off, not a problem, whatever you want. But of course, I want to see you if you want your video on. So whatever works for you guys. So we've got 16 people here, which is great. I'm going to wait maybe 3 or 4 more minutes to get started, just to give people some time since it's the first class. Let's see who else is here.
Hello.
Hi there, Sarkalem. Good to meet you. How you doing? Zohra, I know Zohra.
Hello, dear professor. How are you?
Arina, how
I'm
are
good.
you? It's good to hear your voice. Ying, I know. I already said hello. Hewad, Galina, I know. Veronica, I know. Teferi.
Yeah, Teferi. Yeah, you called me right name.
Teferi. Okay. Accent on the first syllable. Teferi.
Thank
Okay. Amanda, Aziz, Veronica, Andre, Paiman. Good to meet you. Dan, Sandy, Farzana.
Hi, Professor.
Mm,
This is
iPhone.
Sandy.
Hi there.
Yeah, you can call me
Hi,
Sandy.
Sandy.
How's doing?
Sure. Good to meet you, Sandy.
Good to meet you
I'm
too.
okay. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Good. Excellent. And iPhone is Nadia.
Yeah.
Nadia.
Nadia.
Nadia. We got a good group already. Like I said, we've got more than half the classes here already, so that's good. Anybody else? How you doing? First week? Life? How are we doing? Week 1 of the semester. We're good.
Yeah, so far good, Professor.
Good, a little challenge.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Challenging, Aziz.
Yes.
How many what other are you taking other classes, Aziz?
Yes, I have 3 more classes from my majors. Some of them lab not working, some of them
Wow.
a lot of, and we are just adjusting. But yeah, interesting.
Wow. What's your major?
Security information system.
Oh, okay, cool. Computer
Yeah,
stuff.
computer stuff.
Okay.
I have.
I'm sure you're way better at it than me, Aziz. If it's not language, I get very confused. So I'm glad you're doing it.
That's very hard. Yes, I hope we can do something.
Sure.
Thank you.
Great. That's great. That's fantastic. I see Bao is here. A few more students coming in. So we'll start in about 1 minute. Any questions? I know people will have a lot of questions, grades and syllabus and Zoom, of course, but any little shorty questions right before we get started today?
I have a question.
Please.
I was reading the syllabus right now, like a few minutes ago. It says like when we have a video conference Zoom, so it's gonna be recorded on.
Yes.
Posted on IRS. So if you posted, like if I'm not comfortable to video, I can listen on audio.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. I was exactly going to say, so if you don't want yourself recorded, just you can come to the Zoom and turn your video off, or don't speak. You can just type in the chat, because the chat does not get saved. The chat does not get recorded. So, or if you just feel, if you don't want your voice or your even anything recorded, you can just don't come to the Zoom class and just watch the recording. So remember, I respect you. I respect your privacy. Whatever you need to feel safe, that's what you should do. Okay.
Yeah, but my question also, this is my 3rd semester with Zoom. So,
yeah.
I want to come to Zoom and I want to listen, and
yeah.
if I'm not understand, I can ask you right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when I am on like audio, I can ask like in a voice also.
Yes.
Instead
yeah.
of or something.
Yes. So yeah, if you want to turn video off, but then just talk, that's totally fine. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Great question. And again, I'll keep saying that over and over today, but of course, I'll talk about how I designed this class and why, the Zoom meetings and only once a week and all that stuff. But the thing to remember is, for people who have work, for people who have other classes, for people who have sick family members, for people who have young children, right? I really think it's very valuable to record the video and make it available to people when they can watch it. Some people can maybe only watch at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning. but also the balance, right, is to make sure that students feel safe, so that you only are being recorded, or you're only present when you feel comfortable. So for Sir Kalem, for anybody, take care of yourself no matter what. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Professor.
Oh
I
yeah,
have a
please,
question.
Amanda, please. Yeah, and then we'll get started after
Okay.
Amanda, please.
Okay. This class is my first class in college.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cool.
I first
Welcome.
time going enroll at this college. This is my first semester, first class, and I don't have any experience how is working this college class, how I will reply, how I will do my exercise or homework. I don't have no any idea.
Oh,
Then
that's perfect.
I want
Good.
to
The
know
same.
how it's going. This is class.
Good, of course.
Yeah.
That's literally my job, is to explain that to you today. So every day, Amanda, this class, the way that I'm going to do this first welcome class,
Thank you.
excuse me, this is pretty much how we're going to do this every week, right? I'm going to have a PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to record the meeting. I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to, this week, we're not going to practice grammar. We're going to start that next week. But this week, I'll tell you what we're doing, which is first, we're going to do a welcome, just like I've been saying hi and welcoming you. We're going to do a short icebreaker introduction activity. So I'm going to put you in groups to talk to each other, online groups. But then everything you just said, Amanda, I'm going to talk about the syllabus. I'm going to do a tour of Canvas and show you how to work it. I'm going to show you the lessons that are available in Canvas and how you can finish those lessons. So I'll say one thing and then I'll get started. Amanda, the way that I do this class might be really different than other teachers do their classes. Okay, so if students took classes last semester, some teachers might say keep your video on all the time. I mean, every teacher is different. Okay, every teacher is different. But I promise you, Amanda, at the end of class today, hopefully, if I do my job, you will know exactly how to do this class. Okay, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of what we're doing today. Okay. But Andre, if it's your first class at college, you're so welcome. Amanda, you're so welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And you can, if you're nervous, that makes sense. But ask Alina, ask Ying, ask Veronica. I think I see Hugh. There's a few other students, Zohra, students that work with me. I'm pretty relaxed. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm here to Serge knows too. Serge took a class with me.
I'm just
I'm not
check
here.
myself, like if I'm
You're
here. I'm here. Yeah. Hello.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you. That's how I try to that's how I try to teach. So let's get started. So I'm going to talk a lot today, which is also weird. Usually I'll ask you guys to ask me questions so I can help you. But today, because I'm going to talk about rules and grades and the syllabus and stuff, I'm going to talk a lot. But first, I see someone in the chat. Oh, cool. Sandy's saying this is her first class and first semester too. Sandy, you are so welcome. So my first time college students. It's such a, I feel really special. It feels like a gift to be able to be your first teacher. I promise I will take good care of you so that you feel comfortable and confident and you keep going. That's what we're here to do as your teachers. So before I start talking, right, before I talk about grades and the syllabus and Zoom meetings and stuff like that, I do want you to talk to one another, at least for a few minutes, so that it's not just Jeff talking the whole time. So here's what I want you to do with each other. So an icebreaker is an activity so that people who don't know each other get to talk to each other, right? And if you imagine like ice, like a sheet of ice, sometimes it's clean and clear, but when you make one little crack in the ice, it starts to open up. And that's why we call this an icebreaker. That's this idiom in English is I put you in a group with people you don't know, you've never talked to, but I give you a few questions to talk about to break the ice so that you can get to know each other. Irina says she's a new student. Hi, it's so good to meet you and have you here too, Irina. So I'm going to put you into groups of about 3. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I'm going to put you into small groups. And I'll say one thing for my new people too. In the small groups, The small groups are not recorded. So if you want to turn your video on when you talk to each other, that will not be recorded. No one else will see that. Okay. Now, you don't have to turn your video on, but if you want to, you can. It won't be recorded. So in your small groups, here's what I want you to talk about. One, when you think about, what do you think about and how do you feel when you see the word grammar? That's the first question. And then the second one is, what is something specific you want to learn this semester? And I will tell you guys right now, the more specific, the better, because of course you could answer and say grammar. Well, yeah, okay. But I mean, is there a special verb tense you want to learn? Do you want to practice prepositions? Do you hate the past tense? I mean, you know what I mean? Is there something very specific that you want to practice? Because if we talk about what those things are, we can make sure that we take the time to practice those parts of English grammar that you need help with, okay? So I'm going to put you into your small groups. I want you to talk to each other about these two questions for just a few minutes, talk to each other. Then we'll come back together and then syllabus and grading and Zoom and all that usual first day stuff. Okay. So any questions before I put you into your small groups?
Only English.
Andre, if you find another, I don't know if you speak Russian, Ukrainian, what language do you speak?
Both.
Both. Okay. Yeah. If you have another Ukrainian or Russian, okay, you can speak to them. But, I'm not the language police. And Sandy's saying, can you send the question again? Yes, absolutely. So the two questions are, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
If you can?
Yes.
Can you
Yeah,
see
we
this?
are
Yes.
good.
Good. Okay, good.
I didn't see.
So one thing to do is, Sandy, you can either write these questions down, Sandy, or you can take a picture on your phone of your computer screen, or I don't know if you're on your phone, but students do this in different ways. And I will also send these two questions to you. It's broadcast. I'll send them to you when you're in your groups, okay? But just to say them again for you, Sandy, one, what do you think about and how do you feel when you see the word grammar? And number two, what is something specific you want to learn in this class this semester? And I'm going to get the rooms ready. Hold on one second. Okay, and I'm looking at the chat here. Amanda says she can't see my screen. Let me figure that out, Amanda. Give me a second, but most people can. So let me send you guys to the small rooms and see if I can figure out what's going on. So I'm going to send you to the rooms. You're going to get an invitation. All you need to do is click the word join, and you should see the word join right now. So talk to each other for a few minutes, say hello, and I will see you guys in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Sapide.
Hello, Professor.
Hi, it's so
Me
good to
too.
see you. I'm going to send you into room group number 5, okay? They'll tell you we're just doing a warm up and sort of introducing ourselves on the first day.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you to group 5. See you in a minute.
Your name, right here, and other owner's name, your wife, the address, city, and leave that if that's going to be your mailing address. And one telephone is all you need. Okay, so go ahead and do that.
No, jak na fakturasta? Just me.
We're in small groups right now. Do you wanna do you wanna just wait until everybody comes back in?
Yes. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
How are you?
hi, it's good to meet you. Yeah, if it looks like you might be in a place like in public. So if you want to just wait and then listen when people come back. If you want to talk, I can put you into a group, but I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So what you want to just wait with me for a minute?
Yes.
Okay, wait with me for a minute. Everybody will come back, and then I'll talk about the syllabus and the rules and all that stuff. Okay.
Okay, sound good. Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Help with it, got it.
1954.
All right, welcome back. People coming back in. Welcome back. Room 4 and room 5 are still talking, so they must be our chatty talky group. But I hope you enjoyed even just a few minutes to talk to the other people in your class. One thing I found out last semester is I think online, there's some great things about online, you know, but one thing that's hard about online is sometimes you feel like you're all alone, like you're in your own little private class. So don't forget, there's other people in class with us, you know, so I think that's why it's good to see each other sometimes. So we'll definitely do some of that small group just for a few minutes on when we have our Zoom sessions. So I do want to hear from just a few people, and I think, I'm going to start to share my screen. Hopefully this will work for people who couldn't see it. So can you see my screen now? That the icebreaker questions, can you give me a thumbs up? Great. Okay, good. I see a few people. Thank you everybody. So in our Zoom meetings like this, you guys, you can always unmute you. If I mute you just because I hear, you know, kids running around or loud noises or anything, I mean, I'm outside with loud noises too, so it's not a problem. But if I mute you, it's never something's bad. It's just so that we can all hear. And if I ask a question and you want to respond, you can unmute yourself and just answer. You can raise your hand. You can type it in the chat, whatever you want to do. I don't want you to feel like you need my permission to answer a question. Okay. And I say that because I do want to hear from a few people, just maybe 1 or 2 people. When you think about the word grammar, how do you feel usually? I just want to hear from a few people. What did you share with your group for that first question, number 1? Farzana, I see your blue hand, please.
I think grammar is the key of language, and it's a very important part of language. So this semester, I want to learn about, I see, sorry, I forgot.
No, I love it.
Yeah,
great.
Preposition. Yeah, I have problem with preposition. Sometimes I can use on and at and right places. So I want to focus on preposition this semester.
Yeah, I don't think you're the only one. Yeah, you did both questions, which I love. So the first you said prepositions, absolutely.
Yeah.
So great. How about, thank you, Farzana. And she was saying, so one thing Farzana said there is language, grammar is the key to a language. It's very important, very interesting. Did anybody else have a different thought or a different feeling about grammar, about that first question before we add to the list of what we want to learn? Anybody else? Yeah, Andre.
When I heard grammar, for me, it's a really bad word. Because when I'm trying to be more friendly with grammar, it always be like it's something not yours. I know English on a basic status, basic level or something like this. But when I heard grammar and I use grammar, it always incorrect. So that's why I'm here.
Love it. Good. Andre, I'm happy you're here, and I'm sure you are not the only one. I think for many people, when people see the word grammar, they go, oh God, no. So I don't think you're the only one. So yeah, good. How about, speaking of kids, you can hear my nephew outside. I think he's having a good time. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. My love, not now, dude. You got to get down. Sorry, I thought I muted myself. That's my nephew. He's 3 years old. He's very excited when I'm teaching. I thought I muted myself. It's like, dude, you gotta get down. Good. Anybody else want to answer that first question before? Or actually, I'll ask you, Andre. And was there something specific that you really hope to practice or you hope to learn in this grammar class this semester?
Practitioner.
What is it?
Always trying to something new on a practice sphere. Practitioner.
Like practical, like
Practical.
practition?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
practical language.
practical language.
Okay, good. Well, I'll say for this class, that'll probably be, we do a lot of grammar looking at sentence structure, English sentence structure. I'll tell you right now, this is not really a multiple choice grammar quiz type of class. This is not like a fill in the blank. It is practicing making grammatically correct sentences, because when you're making correct sentences, that helps your speaking and your writing at the same time. And I think a lot of grammar classes, when it's like multiple choice, should I choose I went to the store or I have gone to the store? It's not really how we use grammar in real life. Yeah, I'm glad you said practical skills. We'll definitely do that. Good. So now, how about, so we've heard Farzana said something positive. Grammar's the key to a language. Andre said it's horrible and it's terrifying and it doesn't belong to me. I love that. So we have lots of feelings about grammar, very normal. But how about we look at that second question? I'd love to hear from a few more people. Something you really want to learn this semester. The more specific, the better. So if it's a verb tense or anything, I'd love to hear what you guys want to study, because we can do it. I mean, I know what we're going to study, but I can always add extra stuff to this class. So what'd you say? Stuff you want to learn this semester?
I would like to have a lot of tasks with grammar.
What type of grammar, Arena? Like verb tenses or?
Yeah, tenses.
Oh,
yeah, verb tenses, because I still cannot understand good present perfect or present perfect progressive, yeah, and future, yeah, and all of the 12 tenses, verb tenses. It's important for me. If I will have a lot of grammar tasks, I will happy.
Well, you're in the right place. Yeah. Okay. I love it. Arena said present perfect, then present perfect progressive, and then you said all 12. Good. I see Veronica, I see your hand, and then I see Bao's hand too. So let's do Veronica and then Bao.
I would like to, who first?
Go ahead, Veronica.
Me first? Okay. I would like to learn about how to write in the order sentence to properly, because I have a lot of problem with that. So sometimes in my last grammar class, so I learned a lot, and because we had a lot of homework about find a mistake with the sentence, and I would like to learn more about that, and also how to use the modal verbs.
Oh yes, modal verbs is the beginning of the class. You'll be very happy. And word order is definitely something, like I was saying to Andre, that's connected to sentence structure. Word order and sentence structure for me go together. So we'll definitely talk about that. So I saw Bao's hand, blue hand, and then I said Serge's hand too. So let's do Bao and then Serge. Bao, if you're still there, please.
Yes. Yeah, I have a trouble with when I'm writing an essay, because like I live in United States for a few years, but me like I speak okay, but me like when I'm writing in with a sentence be okay, but when I'm writing an essay, I have trouble with a lot of things like verb or tense or the past or future. I have problem with when I'm writing for a long essay or something long.
Yes. Yeah, great. You're again, you'll be very happy about. And again, we will always speak during these Zoom meetings because I think it's really good practice to just talk when we want to talk. But I am happy to hear people talking about sentences and writing, because the way I teach this class is definitely more for making proper sentences. Because again, if you're taking Grammar 310 at community college, you're probably interested in some kind of, you're like, who was talking about the security class they're taking? I'm sorry, I forget who was talking, Aziz, I think, I forget, but you're probably taking classes for your major, right? Which means you're probably writing for non-ESL classes. So I definitely teach this class to help you write better sentences, to help you in any class you will take at community college or even in a four-year college. So
yeah,
I'm glad to hear you say writing, Bao. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Bao. Serge, what you got?
Professor,
I would like to learn more. Oh yeah.
No, and then let's do Serge and then Ying. Yeah, Serge, go ahead, and then Ying. And then you're next, Ying. Okay.
Okay, I would like to learn more items because through items we can see like American culture or something like that, and like more slang things that's we can hear in like our jobs or in school, like yeah, that's all.
No, that makes perfect sense. So Serge is talking there about idioms and sort of things that you would hear in normal life, or if you're at work or you're
Idioms,
walking
yes,
around, if you're walking around Sacramento, that makes total sense. Now, I will say we don't do a lot of that just because that's more of like usually in like a speaking or a reading class. But because we were talking about modal verbs, right? Modal verbs, including helping verbs, are a huge part of phrasal verbs, and phrasal verbs are really important for grammar, right? Words like give up, turn in, hand down, turn on. These verbs are very, very common. All phrasal verbs are idioms, and all phrasal verbs involve prepositions, particles, and other helping verbs. And these can be really challenging, even in academic writing. So we won't do a lot of idioms, Serge, but we will definitely talk about phrasal verbs. And even though you use phrasal verbs everywhere, right? Like I said, when we start to talk about phrasal verbs, you guys will see they are everywhere. And part of the challenge, people were talking about why prepositions are so hard. Phrasal verbs are one reason that prepositions are so hard. And if you don't know what a phrasal verb is, it just means this. So in this sentence, I turned on the TV. I am the subject, right? The subject of the sentence is I, right? The TV is the object, right? That's what gets turned on. What's the verb in that short sentence? I turned on the TV. What's the verb?
Turn
On.
On.
I love it. I heard turned, I heard turned on, and I heard on. Now, I'll tell you right now, turned on is the verb, both together. A phrasal verb means one verb with more than one word. Sometimes in English, phrasal verbs have 3 words, right? Sometimes it's a verb and 2 prepositions. So again, don't worry about this too much right now. We're going to talk about this a lot more in 2 or 3 weeks. But if you're like, oh my God, what is Jeff talking about when he says phrasal verb? I mean turned on or turned down, right? Turned on, 1 verb, 2 words. And on is usually a preposition, right? Yes. But when it's a phrasal verb, there's different special stuff. Meaning. That's right, exactly right. There's different stuff going on, and we're going to talk a lot more about that. Ying, please go ahead. And then I want to start to talk about the syllabus to make sure we answer all of the grade, and then maybe Sandy too, because I see your hand. Ying, what were you going to say?
Okay. My question, you have already gave the answer. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my question related to the preposition. Yeah.
We talk about, I'd say the thing, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but if you're hit like sentence structure, verb tenses, prepositions, those are like, we spend a lot of time talking about those things in this class. I see Sandy's hand, and then I see Teferi's hand, and then I'm going to talk about grading because it's important. Sandy, what you got?
Oh, I would like to learn grammar for reporting and presentation skill.
We won't do too much of this, Sandy, but I can definitely give you a lot of links and documents with information about reporting verbs, special reporting verbs, verbs that you use for academic essays and verbs that you use for presentations. Like I said, we don't do a lot of that in this class, but I've got things I can give you for sure if you remind me, okay?
Great, thank you.
Of course. Teferi, what you got?
I'm saying about like difficult and sometimes confusing words in grammar a lot. Maybe we're gonna talking about difficult and confusing words. Then another one is verb and adverb sentences we're gonna talk about, I think.
Yes, Teferi. I swear Teferi is not just doing that for me. Teferi, what you're talking about is parts of speech, right? Subject, verb, noun, adjective, adverb. So I can make you very, if you want to learn that, Teferi, I'll make you very happy. That is the first thing we start with next week. We look at this very, very closely, and I promise, sometimes students are like, I already know this, and we already looked at adjectives last semester. I promise the way we look at it in this class, you will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. And last semester, the students were very, very happy. So parts of speech, I promise you, you're going to get very comfortable with parts of speech.
Okay.
So thank you for that one. Ajmal, I see your blue hand too. You want to add one more thing, Ajmal?
Yeah, I like to learn about all of these things that people say, but
I'm sorry, I heard you say you want to know about all the things that everyone else said. Was there something else? Yes. Do you want to add anything or just say hello? I can't really hear you. It's all good. We've all been there, Ajmal. Don't worry about it. Okay. I know it looks like you're on your phone, but if you want to type in the chat, I know that's not easy on your phone too, but you can do that too. Can you hear me, Ajmal?
Can you hear me now?
Ah, yes, I can.
So yeah, I want to learn all of them, and I have a specific question about the syllabus.
Oh yeah, please. That's what's coming up.
Yeah, I took the quiz today, and the syllabus that you put about the Zoom meeting is too confusing. You wrote at the beginning of the syllabus something, and then when it comes to the middle part, which says a lot about life, it's different things. So yeah, I'm confusing about this a little bit.
Perfect transition, Ajmal. Perfect transition. Let's talk about the class, how this class works. But I just wanted to say, so someone in the chat posted that they wanted articles as well. So who was it? Arina. I was going to say, I didn't want to guess if it was a Russian speaker or a Ukrainian speaker, but I know for my lovely, beautiful Russian speakers, articles are not fun for you guys. I'm sorry about that. So we'll do some of that because, like Teferi was talking about, when we talk about nouns, when we talk about the parts of speech and we talk about nouns, in English, of course, we have to talk about articles when we talk about nouns. So we will do some of that as well. So I'm very happy. A lot of the things on this list are stuff that we already are going to talk about. The only thing I will tell you right now, I forget who said, Arina or Sandy, I forget, I'm sorry, but we might not do all 12, okay? The future perfect progressive, it's just not that important, you guys. It's just not that. I will have been studying. It's just not that important. Now, present perfect, simple present perfect progressive, yes, those are important in real life and in academic. So we will talk about different verb tenses, but I just want you to know, go to Grammar 320, right? Go to the even more advanced grammar class, and you can do the really weird verb tenses. But a lot of these things we're going to talk about anyway. So thank you. That was really fun to hear your guys' goals and plans for the class for me. So now Ajmal was saying, Jeff, the syllabus, oh my God, what is this? How does this class work? And that is a very fair question. So I'm gonna start to talk a little bit. I'm gonna talk for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. If you have a question, all I ask is type it in the chat or just wait, and then when I ask, okay, does anybody have the questions? Then unmute yourself, go crazy, but I'm just gonna kind of talk for a few minutes and then I'll ask if people have questions. So I'm going to start with some basic information about this class being a flexible design. So what does that mean? So this class is supposed to be a flexible course design. Now, I'm here at the very beginning, up top. Flexible course design is something teachers are experimenting with to help students during the COVID-19 pandemic. And the idea is to allow students to finish the class at their own speed and to do the work for the class at days and times that work best for their personal schedule. Now, that is why none of the lessons in our class will have due dates, right? Now, there are going to be a few projects where I do ask you to give me the first draft by a specific time, but if you've logged into Canvas and if you've seen our course page, you've seen lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, they're there, right? They don't have due dates. So this is not the type of class where I'm going to say, you have to have this lesson done by Thursday at midnight. I don't do the class this way. In fact, the class is designed so that if 1 week you get sick or someone in your family has COVID or work is really crazy 1 week and you don't have as much time, okay, like maybe you can't do the lesson that week. And then you can catch up the next week when you have more time. Okay, that's how this class is designed. That's the whole idea. Now, that's one thing about the lessons. The other thing is, because this course is supposed to be a flexible design, that's the other reason that there's no real attendance. That means you're all here at this Zoom meeting, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy to see your faces. But remember, you don't have to be here every single week. You don't get points for coming to class, and you don't lose points for not coming to class, right?
Yeah.
So now you get to be here, you get to ask questions, right? You get one-on-one attention, but you don't lose or get points for attendance. And as I said at the beginning of class, I always record these Wednesday meetings so that you can, if you're here and you want to review something, you can go back and watch the class that you already came to. Or if you couldn't come to class because of work or your family life, you can watch the video at 3 in the morning if that's the only time you can watch it, right? So you can always watch and review these Wednesday Zoom meetings at the time that's best for you. And if you're here today, right, but like I said, next week someone gets sick and you can't be here, okay. But then week 3, you can come and you want to be here week 3, that's great too, right? So if you want to come this week, can't come next week, come back the week after, that's all good. So that's what flexible means. It just means you can do it in the way that's best for you. Now, the only other thing I want to say here about due dates is we're going to look at the syllabus in a second. There are 4 sort of big assignments, right? Now, those assignments will have a due date for the first draft, and that's because those are the assignments that I'm going to grade and I'm going to give you feedback on, right? And say, okay, Amanda, this sentence you did great. This sentence, there were 2 errors. This sentence, there were 4 errors. And after I give you that feedback, you can revise, fix it, and resubmit and get a higher grade, right? So because you can revise, I give you a due date for the first draft so that I can make a plan, right? For when to look at your essay and when to give it back to you. So that's the only thing that will have due dates for this class, first draft for the grammar projects. Now, again, don't worry about what the grammar projects are. I'm going to tell you what that is in a minute, okay? Any questions about this slide?
No,
Okay,
it's
let's keep going. Oh, Sandy, please.
no, it's good.
Hi, Professor. For
Yes, Sandy.
for each week, the assignments, where we can find the due date for each week.
I will. There is no due date. There is no due date, Sandy. You can do them. So I'll show you right now. The final slide every week. The final slide for my PowerPoint will look something like this, right? At the end of every Zoom session, I'll have a slide that says "coming up." And I'll say, you know, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Here I've put 5 because these first lessons, you guys are really short and really easy. So it won't be like this. And then I will say, Sandy, suggested before, whatever, right? So I'm saying, I suggest you do these things during the next week, but they won't have due dates, right? Because due dates usually mean if they're late, you lose points. That's not what this is. So if you can only do lesson 1, 2, and 3 this week, okay, that's fine. You can do lesson 4 and 5 later, right? As long as you finish those lessons before the end of the semester, you can get the points for those lessons. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Sandy, does that make sense? I just want to make sure, because it was your question. I want to make sure that made sense.
Sure, thanks for that flexibility. And I have another, by the way, for this, yeah, can you go back the page?
Let's go, yeah, go.
For the quiz,
this one?
syllabus, for syllabus quiz, quiz.
Yes.
So sometimes the assignment published in the website, but I don't know when I should start to do them. I don't know if I need to wait the class finish, then I follow the assignments, or I can do early. So
yeah, if you feel comfortable, if you feel like you know what to do, you can do it early. You can do it whenever you want. That's what I mean about flexible, right? Go at your own speed. Now, I will also say for all of you guys, right? Every week at our Zoom meetings, I will show you, okay, my suggestion is that you do this lesson 1 and lesson 2. And today I'm going to show you what that is and explain how to do it and answer any questions you have. So Sandy, I'll say this, if you feel comfortable and you're ready to start, just do it. But if you look at the lesson and you go, oh, I don't know what to do or how to do it, just wait, watch the video, or come to the Wednesday Zoom, because I'm gonna explain everything right at these Wednesday Zooms. That's the goal. That's the goal for what I'm doing here today. So yeah.
Sir, only we
Please.
have Wednesday Zoom, or we have Monday Zooms also?
Oh, perfect transition for my next slide. Yeah, only Monday. I'm sorry, only Monday, only Wednesday. So our Zoom meetings here is a perfect transition. We have one Wednesday Zoom meeting. So we meet, I will be here every Wednesday, 3:30 to 5:15. Right? So as I say on this slide now, please come to as much of our Zoom meeting as you can. If you can only come for an hour, come for an hour. Now, what we do at these meetings is I will have some lecture materials to present and review things from that week's lessons and assignments. I will answer any and all questions that you have about that week's lessons and the assignments. And as I've said a couple times, all the Wednesday Zoom meetings are recorded and posted to Canvas, and I don't take attendance, but if you can't be here, I do expect you to watch the videos. I'll be honest, right? So the lessons and the major writing projects, I grade all of those things as if you've watched these videos, right? So you don't have to be here, but you kind of have to watch them, right? If you don't watch the videos, I'll say this, if you don't watch the videos, it will be really hard for you to get full points for the lessons, because the lessons are designed to go together with what I talk about during the Zoom meetings. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So only Wednesday. That's the other answer. So we'll do Zoom meetings only on Wednesday. Now, but there are lots of other opportunities for you to talk to me, meet with me, and ask questions about the class, right? So we have weekly Zoom meetings where we talk, where I present to the class and you get to ask questions, Wednesday, 3:30, right? That I record. But there's also lots of student hours, opportunities for you to talk to me, either in small groups or one-on-one, whatever works best for all of you guys. So I want to show that to you. This is in the syllabus too. So Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., you can reach me on the phone or text or email. What that means is I'll be sitting at my laptop with my phone in my hand, answering student emails and text messages. Now, this is a great way to get a hold of me if you have a short or easy question, right? Jeff, is this graded yet? Jeff, when should I do this activity? Jeff, is the Zoom online? Jeff, there's some problem in Canvas. Then I'll respond to you basically in live time. Okay, so short, quick, easy questions. This is a great
12,
time
right?
to get a hold of me, because 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Wednesday morning. That's right. Now, if you have a longer question, if you want to talk about something more specific grammar stuff, Thursday afternoons, I'll have one-on-one Zoom meetings. So these 2 hours are open for one-on-one Zoom meetings. That means that if you want to come to any time, right, 2:30 to 4:30, but please, I ask you, please, if you can, send me a text, send me an email saying, Jeff, I'm going to be there Thursday at 3:15, because then I'll know that you're coming, and I'll make sure that I'm ready, right? If you want to work on a project, if you have a question about a lesson, if you want to do something where we need to share our screen so that I can look at your sentences or something, right? Something that requires a little bit more collaboration. That way I'll be ready for you so that, you know, I know you're coming. And also I'll show you where this lives on Canvas. Actually, I'll just do this right now. But if you look at the home page, right, this is our home page for our class, where here it says student Zoom room link, right? This right here underneath the course syllabus, that is the link to get into this room for the one-on-one meetings. Now, again, I'll show you much more about this because we're going to do a tour of Canvas here. But so if you're looking at it going, okay, I think, you know, next week or in 2 weeks, I want to talk to Jeff about this question I have about grammar. Great. Send me a text and say, I'll be there at 3:30 and and then you'll have the link and I'll be waiting for you. Okay. Pardon me. And then the other way that you can get a hold of me or to work on anything for this class is by appointment. So if you work, if you have family stuff, if you have kids, whatever, and you can't meet or send me or ask me questions on Wednesdays at this time or Thursdays at this time, we can meet by appointment. So what I ask again is send me a text, send me an email, and let me know and say, Jeff, I can't meet during Wednesday or Thursday. Can you meet Monday at 5:30? Can you meet Friday at 6 o'clock? Whatever. I can't promise you that I will always be able to meet you, but if I can, I will, right? So please ask. Please ask. And don't be upset if I say no or I'm busy or, you know, my nephew is screaming at me from you know, but ask. And if I can meet you, I will. Okay. And this is basically on the syllabus, like Ajmal was saying on the syllabus, when I say live support, that's what I mean by live support. That means Wednesday Zoom meetings where we talk, I have a little lecture and we talk, and then there's all these other opportunities for us to work in live time, synchronous, so that I can be there for you and answer your questions. Okay, so any questions about Wednesday Zoom meetings or my student hours? Yes, iPad. Can I ask your question, your name so I can use your name?
Nori, you can call me Nori, sir.
Nori?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, Nori, go ahead.
Sir, if you don't mind, still I'm kind of confused. When I was enrolling my class, so it was the time mentioned from like 3:30 to 5:50 something,
Yeah.
Monday and Wednesdays.
Yep.
But it means besides that, you know, we are not like, we don't have to be present in a class, but still, you know, but you said only Wednesdays, right? No, not Monday.
Only Wednesdays. That's
Okay,
right. That's exactly right. Yeah. So because of COVID, because of all the online stuff, right? Teachers are doing this really, really different. But the basic rule from the school was if you list your class 3:30 to 5:50, Monday, Wednesday, that means if I want to, I can make you guys be here from 3:30 to 5:50. But because of COVID, I have a lot of flexibility, right? Like this slide here.
Appreciate that.
I think, yeah, well, I think you guys are busy enough. I think life is crazy enough. I think one day of Zoom lecture is good. And like I said, for the students who have time or want to do extra work, I'm here and available, right? But we've all been in a class where it's like, oh my God, I have to go to this class. Like, you know, that's not how learning happens. So again, so yeah, my goal is to make it easy and fun to learn new things. Even grammar, I think, can be fun. So that's how I've tried to design this class. That's my dream. Yes, Nori, go ahead.
Sir, but we have only one book to study in this semester, right, sir? That you have posted it.
And that's what we're going to talk about next. That's exactly right. Before I go to the syllabus, like Nuri was saying about the book and stuff, any questions about flexible course design or Wednesday Zooms or student hours? Any questions about these three slides? Amanda, and then Veronica. Yes.
Okay. How about on Monday?
Nada. Nada. If you want to hang out, if you have a grammar question and you want to meet by appointment on Monday, Amanda, send me a text or send me an email and say, Jeff, can you meet Monday at whatever time? And if I can, we can meet. But there's nothing you have to do on Monday. Take that time to do the lessons. Do you know what I mean, Amanda? Like do the lessons on Monday or read the book on Monday. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of my dream too, is so that the homework for this class, you could do that on Mondays. I promise still learn stuff without 2 days a week. Veronica, Veronica and then
this-
Serkalam. Yes, please, Veronica.
The same question. I was thinking about what about on Mondays classes? So
Eso, nada por nada.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it. Like I said, if you on Monday, if you want to do work for this class, that's great, right? But if you need to do work for other things, or if you're at work, or if you have family or whatever, that's great too. That's great too.
Okay.
Cool. Serkalem.
Okay, my question was, so you posted like an assignment, you said 2 weeks. So there is no specific day to return it. So we can start like half of them and then we can stop. Even for the syllabus, like only 1 attempt or 2 attempts, like.
No, I think I changed it to 3. So that's a great question. Serkalem, so Serkalem and Nuri's question about the book, these are things I want to talk about in the syllabus next. So I will not forget your question, Serkalem. I promise I'm going to answer it. Any questions about the Zoom, any questions about Zoom meetings before I go to the syllabus so that I can answer Nuri and Serkalem's question? All right, let's go. Let's go to the syllabus. So if you look on our Canvas page, again, this is kind of how I'll change it to the student view so that it looks like how you see it. I know you don't see this pink, but this is the material you see. So if you go to the home page, and if you click on this little map here, this will take you to the syllabus. Now in Canvas, you can of course look at this on this page, or you can just click download the file. I'm going to download the file. So if you look at the syllabus here, we'll go through only the first couple pages because the first couple lessons, you do get the chance to take some more time. But at the beginning of the syllabus, I've already talked about this. My name, I'm Jeff. Hi, you guys, Professor Jeff. Again, this number, 510, this is my cell phone. So that's when I say text me, I mean it. I was nervous to give students my cell phone last semester, but it worked really, really well. These phones, whether we like it or not, they're very important. They're very powerful in our life, and it's a really easy and fast way to get a hold of me. So when I say text me, I'm not joking, right? If you have a question and you need to get me right away, send me a text. If you want, you can also email me if that's more comfortable. That's totally fine. Again, all the information about our student office hours, 10 to noon, 2:30 to 4:30 for Zoom appointments, Zoom one-on-one, and then by appointment as well. And I will say again, all that information is here on the homepage as well, you guys. So if you're ever going, oh my God, I want to talk to Jeff, but I don't remember his number, right here, right? Here's this is the picture of me in the desert. And this is my email, and that's my phone number right there on the home page, okay? My goal is to make it easy for you guys to find me, easy to find this information. So I'm gonna read just a little bit, introduce the book like Nuri was talking about, and then show you the lessons, because I know this first day is a lot of information, so. Okay. So here's the course description. What are we doing? What are we doing in this class? So, course description. I want to begin the semester by recognizing all of the history, strength, creativity, and knowledge that you already bring to this class. Take a minute to think, where do you come from? Who helped you become the person you are today? How did you get to where you are today? You carry all of these places, people, and experiences with you, and I want you to think about them if you ever doubt yourself this semester. This class is made up of a diverse group of human beings, and therefore we have many different ways of knowing the world. I hope that we can use all these different types of knowledge as we read and write new things so that you can work toward our class learning goals. This semester, I will ask you to try on a lot of new ideas and skills. You might like some and really dislike others. That is great. I only ask that you imagine each experience as a different way to understand and to read the world. When we do this, we won't be reading and writing to just learn one right answer. Instead, we'll be reading and writing to create our own shared meaning as a class. And in this way, we will be active creators of our own learning. When we do this, I believe that we are more likely to use our voices to reflect and act upon the world in order to make it a more beautiful place. And that might sound like a big dream or a big goal for this one grammar class, but I promise you, this is my philosophy, my vision for what education is. And I'm going to teach you about all the verb tenses that we want to talk about. But I really believe the whole purpose of education is to make us more free and more happy and more beautiful in our life. And that's why I do this job. So as Nuri was saying, we do have only one book for this class. I know I wish it were a little bit cheaper, so I'm sorry that it's 40 or 50 bucks, but I will say one thing. I love this book. Professor Dana Ferris, the author of this book, I worked with her at UC Davis. She's local. She lives very close to Sacramento. She is amazing. She's a really nice woman, and her book is fantastic. So I already sent out the, I already sent out the link on Amazon. So again, you don't have to buy the book on Amazon, but it is probably the cheapest place you can find it. So I'm going to copy the link here and put it in the chat as well. Now, if you find it used or cheaper from a student from another semester or from a different website, that's fine. But I will say I didn't even put this book into the bookstore at ARC because, again, I'm thinking of my first semester students, Andre and Amanda. I think our bookstore is fine, but it's so expensive. This book is probably closer to $80 or $90 in the ARC bookstore, and I know you can find it for cheaper online, okay? So if you want to use this Amazon link, that's fine. If you want to buy the book used, that's fine. If you want to rent the book, that's fine. I don't care. I just want this is the book. So however you find it, wherever you choose to buy it, that's great. But I promise you, wherever you find it online, it will get to you faster and it will be cheaper than the ARC bookstore. And I apologize to the ARC bookstore, but that is just the truth. Questions? Yes, please. Did I see Andre? Did you have a question?
Yes, about this book. First question. We will write something in this book, or we will just like something read, write essay or something like this.
Yeah, you don't have to write anything in the book. The way the book is set up, it's not like a workbook, okay? Now, if you buy the book and you know you're going to keep it, there are pages that if you wanted to write in the book, you can do those activities, but you can also open a Word document on your computer and do the activity on a document or on a piece of paper. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
If you want to use it like a workbook, you can, but it's not like a usual ESL grammar workbook where you have to give me the pages or none of that. So if you wanted to just,
it's not bad if I take book. No, electronic book.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, not at all. Nope, not at all. Yeah, great question. Amanda, please.
Okay. I ordered from Amazon, but I ordered a new, but they will deliver February 7th.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I ordered 3 days, 4 or 5 days before. I got today. They says, but they bring soon. I have this already.
Is this new or used?
So
new.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he's got the book. Aziz is already showing. I've got
Very
the book
fast.
here too first. Let's see where.
Today, supposed to bring me on Sunday, but
yeah, but you see, I've got to use. Oh, you can't even. It's doing. Oh, you can't see. Sorry. Oh, it's like there we go. And then I've got tape on the back and stuff. So I'll say one thing for Amanda. Again, this is not. I learned a lot from last semester. The ARC bookstore was crazy slow. So again, if you look at the homepage, you guys, and you click Professor Jeff's course materials, again, homepage, Professor Jeff's course materials, for a lot of those first chapters, oh, that's the video. Oh, for example, parts of speech part 1, is this just the video? Okay, these are my YouTube videos. You'll get to see a lot of these videos. Don't worry about that. You know what I'll do, Amanda, is you don't need the book for the next week. Okay, you're not missing anything. I'm going to show you the first lessons. You don't need the book. We will start to use the book next Wednesday. Okay, so if you still don't have your book or people still don't need their book, I have PDF electronic versions of the first chapter. I will put those in Canvas so that if you don't have your book now yet, you can get those pages. Okay. But so that's the case. And so I'll say, don't worry about it right now. We'll take care of it next week. Cool.
Okay, but one question.
Please, Amanda.
One more question. And when I look in this Amazon, the book, they have this used book. They don't have any access code. What is the access code?
I don't know. Some books have an access code. Like if you've ever taken a grammar class, sometimes it's like you buy the book for $60 and then there's some kind of crappy bad website where you practice the grammar but you need a code. You don't need a code for this book for this class. So if someone bought a used book with no code, don't worry about it. You don't need a code for this class.
Yeah, there's no
Professor,
code.
the code is about listening.
Oh yeah. Oh, the code's about listening.
Yeah.
Exactly. Different books have different codes for different it's all, but again, for this book, for this class, all of the lessons and stuff that I have you guys do is stuff that I make. I'm a little bit of a control freak. I don't like to use other websites and stuff. So that's why you'll see all my YouTube videos is just me. for better and for worse. Okay, so that's the book. Any other questions about the book? Get it as soon as you can, and even if you don't have it next week, I will post PDFs, electronic copies. Don't worry. If you don't have the book but you need those pages, I will get them to you so you can do your work. Do not worry. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about grades, and then we might finish a little early today. You know what I mean? First week, baby's crying. We're living life. Okay, so how does this class work though? Grades and what's going on? Flexible design, no due dates. Oh my goodness, what's happening? So there are basically 3 types of assignments for this class. So the first one, and I think the most important one, the only thing that will have any kind of due date at all, this is what I was saying about those first drafts, are called grammar writing assignments. So there are 4 grammar writing assignments this semester. Each grammar writing assignment will be worth 100 points. I will always give you at least 2 weeks notice before any due date for a grammar writing assignment. Additional information for every assignment will be posted in Canvas with instructions, due dates, and a grading rubric. Now, I know that's not a lot of specific information, but just as an example, right? So grammar writing 1, what this means is before a grammar writing assignment, I'll give you I'll show you on a Wednesday, a document that looks like this, right? And on the first page here, this says grammar writing 1, we'll do something like this. I'll give you the instructions for what I'm asking you to do. I'll give you examples of what I'm asking you to do. Then I will give you a due date about when the first draft is due, right? When you can do your revision. I will give you a very specific grading rubric with information about what the scores are and how you get those points. And then I will literally give you, this was an example of what it should look like, okay? So now I don't want you to worry about this thing I'm showing you right now, okay? We're not gonna do this for a month. You don't need to worry about it, okay? But in the syllabus, when I say, for example, when I say, I will always give you at least 2 weeks notice. Additional information will be posted in Canvas. What I mean, this means additional information. It means on a Wednesday, I'll say, hey, you guys, grammar writing 1, it's due in 2 weeks. Here's what the assignment looks like. And then usually we'll spend a half hour talking about instructions and grades and examples and stuff like that, okay? So again, you don't need to worry about any of these major writing assignments right now, but when I say I'll give you more information, that's what I'm talking about, okay? So that's 400 points. That's 40% of your grade is these writing assignments where you can practice writing real sentences. Now, there's also 400 points for lessons, and I'm going to show you those examples lessons right now, but I'm going to ask you to complete a variety of lessons in Canvas this semester: quizzes, discussions, writing assignments to help you learn and practice new ideas. Each graded learning activity is worth up to 50 points. And again, I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about the first few lessons today. So I'll show you what those look like. Then there is a midterm and a final exam for this class. Per ARC policy, this comes from the college. It's not my, if it were up to me, I would not do midterms and finals. I don't think they're always very helpful, but the school says, Jeff, you have to give the midterm and a final. And I like my job, so I will do what they tell me to do. You'll have 24 hours to complete the final exam, and you won't be able to revise or resubmit. I don't really want to talk too much about this, you guys, because the final exam is 4 months away. So I don't think you need to be stressed about something that will happen in 4 months. It's not that important, but the midterm's worth 50 points and the final is worth 50. Oh, I'm sorry. The midterm's worth 100 points and the final exam is worth 100 points. So that's the grading for this class. 4 big writing grammar practice assignments, a bunch of little lessons that are up to 50 points, but total 400 points, and then a midterm and a final exam. Any questions? Because with the last few minutes here, what I want to do is show you the first lessons so that you feel comfortable getting started on lessons 1 through 5. But before I look at Canvas, any questions about the syllabus or any of this stuff?
I got a question about gradings.
Please, Nuri.
Sir, there's grade A, B, C, and D, right, sir?
Yeah, that's correct.
So the percentage you say like 70%, the person who passed like 70%, he or she is passed, right?
That's right. Yeah. And ARC doesn't do A plus, B, A minus. So if you get a 90 to a 100, that's an A. An 80 to an 89, that's a B. 70 to a 79, that's a C, right?
Okay.
And I'll also tell you, again, I've got a lot of students in this class that I've worked with before, Ying and Galina and Vika and some students from the speaking lab, but I give a lot of A's and B's, you guys. I don't care about grades. I care about you learning something, right? Again, I think we've all been in a class where you've got an A or a B, but you didn't learn anything and you don't remember anything that you studied. Yeah. That is my worst nightmare for what college is. So if you're stressed about your grade, text me, email me, come talk to me, because we can make a way so that you feel okay about your grade. I care much more about you learning something that you will remember for the rest of your life than about the grade. Now, again, I understand grades are important. You want to go to a university, you want to get a good job. I totally understand, right? But I'm just saying, I'm happy to give you extra credit or give you more points if it makes you feel less stressed about your grade so that you can actually learn something. And you'll hear me say this a lot because, again, this is kind of my teaching philosophy. Grades are like a necessary evil. I know why we have them, but I think sometimes they create more problems than they solve. That was my long answer, Nuri.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions about the syllabus before I show you the first few lessons and then we get out of here? Good. I know what happens when a teacher says we'll leave early, then no one asks questions. They're like, shut up, stop, we're gonna leave, we gotta leave, let's get out of here. No more questions. Okay, so like I said, I'll show you again, I'll show you the PowerPoint. So coming up, so my suggestion, right? Nothing is due, nothing will be late, you won't lose any points. But my suggestion is buy the book, right? Order it online, get it as soon as you can. And then I suggest you complete lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I know that looks like a lot, but I'm going to show you these lessons, and I'm going to show you they will go very quickly. Okay, they'll go very quickly. So if you're new to Canvas or if you're new to ARC, there's a bunch of different ways you can use Canvas, but I suggest always start on the home page, right? And if you want to find the lessons, I think you can look at grades, you can look at assignments, you can look at modules. I think you should click on modules is a great way to find the lessons, right? You see here modules unit 1, and there are the lessons. Or if you go to assignments and click on assignments, you can also find all of the lessons there. Okay, so again, we start on the home page. You see the banner that says welcome to G310, and I'd suggest click on assignments or modules, whichever one you want. Now, just for example, if I show you lesson 1, name coach, again, this will probably take you about 30 seconds. So 30 seconds for 10 points. So this lesson is use the name coach tool to record your name as you want me to say and pronounce it. Also, if you have a nickname, record your nickname. So for example, my full name that my mother gave me is Jeffrey, but I like people to call me Jeff, right? So I would say, I'd go to name coach right here, and I just say Jeff Moran, right? So like Amanda, you were saying, call me Amanda, right? So when you go to record your name, just say Amanda, right? If you have a nickname, if you have any name you want me to call you, just record it that way. And I've showed you instructions about how to do this, right? So step 1 is just click on the link that says name coach. And once you open name coach, you'll see a purple button that says record name. Honestly, it's probably even easier to do this on your phone, but if your laptop or computer has a microphone, if you're on your earbuds or whatever, all you do is click record name, and then you just say your name and you're done. And that's 10 points. Any questions about lesson 1? Please say no, it's so easy, oh my God.
I have a question, Professor.
Lapida, please.
I did this in my last semester, and my name is Ander. Here, I do it again or no?
Yeah, please do it again.
Okay.
Sapida's, I think, this is Sapida's 3rd class with me, so I already know her name. But yeah, just do it so I can give you the points, Sapida.
Okay, thank you.
Sapida's like, I did this last semester. It's true. I had the same assignment last semester.
Yeah, and because my name is here, if you see.
I know. It's still good. I still really like hearing you guys say your names because my English sounds are different than your language sounds. So it's good for me to hear you say your own name with your own voice. It really is. So yeah, do it so I can give you the points. Okay, so that's lesson 1. Should take you 30 seconds. You get 10 points. What could be easier? I want to jump down to lesson 4 and 5. So this is just more practice. Now, I know it says it's a quiz, right? But as I was saying here, I say allowed attempts is 3. So this is not a quiz like there's only one right or wrong answer and you have only one time to do it. That's not the point. The point is to take this quiz as many times as you need to learn the information I want you to learn, right? So if you click take the quiz, what I suggest is have the syllabus open for you to look at, right? Because this is basically just some simple questions about the information in the syllabus to help you remember the most important information about how to do this class. So for example, how many Zoom meetings do we have each week? Does someone want to just give me the answer here? Andre doesn't even need to speak to give me the answer. Right. And what time is our weekly Zoom meeting?
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
3:30.
3:30 to 5.
Right. So again, when it says quiz, you guys, it's not the scariest quiz in the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's lesson 4, it's really just a chance for you to review some important information about the class. Lesson 5 will take you yes, please, question.
Sorry, for syllabus quiz 1, I did it today, and for number 9, I choose both, and it was incorrect.
I think I went back and fixed stuff. So Sapida, I'll go back and fix it. Sapida, she already knows how to do this class because she did it with me last semester. I'll fix it, Sapida, don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
Syllabus lesson 5 is a little different because there's 5 short questions, okay? And so for example, the first one says, read Appendix A in support of culture and language diversity, copy and paste a sentence that you really like and explain why you like this sentence. So this one will take you a little bit longer because I am asking you to read something that we didn't read together. So that just means you've got to read this part that says Appendix A, copy it, and let's imagine that you like this sentence. So just highlight this whole sentence, copy it, and then go back into Canvas, paste it, and then say, I like this sentence because that's it, right? So I'm asking you, you're going to have to read a little bit more to complete this quiz. But again, it's not a right or wrong stress quiz, right? It's just a way for me to make you read those last pages of the syllabus. Cool?
I have a question.
Questions?
It should be
Aziz,
50
please.
words or any, you mentioned that should be 50 words.
My suggestion is 50, Aziz. If I'm suggesting 50, if you've got 30 and you feel like I'm really done, I have nothing more to say, that's fine. For the first week or two, I'm not going to take any points off for not enough words. By the second or third week, though, I think most students, you will understand sort of how much I want you to write. So if I think it's too short, Aziz, I'll just say, hey, this is a little short, but I'm not going to take off points at first. Okay?
In the lesson 4,
Make
I think
sense?
in the syllabus question, I complete all, but I got 9. I don't know why one is missing.
Well, that's hey, you've got 2 more attempts. Go back and fix it until you get 100. I want everybody to get 100% on lesson 4 and lesson 5. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So lesson 1, lesson 4, and lesson 5 should go pretty fast, and then these are the ones that might take you a little bit longer. So I want to show you lesson 2. Lesson 2 is a welcome letter. And as I say in the assignment here, it says, this assignment is a chance for me to learn a little bit more about you, and it will also allow me to read some of your writing without you worrying about getting grades or corrections or feedback. Excuse me. I want you to write me. I really want you to try. Don't be afraid. Try for 350 words that answers the following questions. 1, who are you? 2, how did you get to ARC? And 3, what is a goal that you have for this semester? Now, I also am going to say first, please read my example letter and follow the same format and organization. So I want to show you an example of what I'm looking for. And also, this is my introduction to you, okay? So you can read the letter here, or you can download it onto your computer. And here's my introduction letter. Now, guys, this is way more than 350 words. I don't want you to write this much, okay? 350 words is like more like 2 paragraphs, kind of like that. But I do want you to read this letter so that you get to learn a little bit more about me. And then I want you to use this as an example, right? For sort of what I'm asking you to do in your own letter, okay? So lesson number 2 is read my introduction letter. Right here. Then write me 350 words that answer these 3 questions. For people who are new, if you're new to Canvas, when you write your letter, you click Submit Assignment, and then you can choose the file that you want to attach, whatever, choose your introduction letter, and then click Submit, right? And I'll also say, if it's your first time at ARC, or if it's your first time with Canvas and you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to do the computer stuff, text me, right? I'll help you. But if you already, I think a lot of people already know because we did all of this last semester, right? Questions about lesson 2? Now the worried faces. Oh my God, Jeff's making me write 300 words. He's the worst teacher in the world. I'm so stressed. Oh no, life is terrible. Okay, last one to show you. Tell me.
Oh, teacher, where I will type this lesson number 2.
Hopefully in a Word document. Do you have a laptop, Amanda?
I have MacBook. Then
good. Okay.
I don't have any Office program, but
no word processor.
So
no, you can do this for people who don't have. If you don't have Microsoft Word, or if you don't have a word processor software program, so what you can do is in your, if you go to, this could be for anybody too here, but if you go to your Los Rios account, right? If you sign into your Los Rios student, you can access Google Drive, right? And in Google Drive, so it looks kind of like this, right? Los Rios single sign-on. This is how you get to your own Canvas or your Google Drive, right? If you click on Google Drive and then you click New, you can create a Google document. And this is like a free word processor, Amanda. And then what you can do is, let me go back here. I'm pretty sure I set it up so that when you click submit, Ajmal, I see your hand. I'll come to you in just 1 second. Oh, your Canvas is already linked to your Google Drive, Amanda. So where it says submit assignment, instead of file upload, see this file upload, you can go over to Google Drive and you should be able to see your document in here. If you don't, you can also just go to Google Drive, for example, whatever. This is what you type, right? You can go up here, copy this link, and then in Canvas, you can go to website URL and paste that URL into this spot in Canvas. Did you see that, Amanda?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so do your best, try one of those things. And if none of those things work, Amanda, send me a text, send me an email, and we'll figure out the computer stuff. Okay? We'll make it work. Yeah.
Okay.
Ajmal, what you got? I see your hand. Ajmal.
Yeah. So can you hear me?
I can.
When we type on Word and when we want to upload, you want us to upload it as a Word document or PDF?
Word is the best. Word is the best.
Okay.
PDF works, but Word is the best.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Great question, Ajmal. Yeah. Okay, last thing, and then we're out of here. You know what? That's fine. That's enough. I'm going to take lesson 3. We'll talk about lesson 3 next week. So my suggestion is buy the book and do lesson 1, 2, 4, and 5 before next week. We'll talk about the discussion next week. That's enough. That's plenty.
All right.
Any questions before? And we're done. We'll finish a little early today. If you want, record your name, maybe do one of the quizzes, whatever you want. But before we go, any questions I can answer before I let you go? Again, no, as soon as it's like we're leaving early. No questions. Let's go. Let us go. So if you're good, if you don't have questions, goodbye. It was so good to see you. I will see you next week. If you do need anything, I'll stay here for a few more minutes. I can answer questions. I can talk to you all. Okay. But if you're leaving, if you're done, you're done. And I'll see you next week.
Okay, bye. See you.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to meet you guys.
Bye.
Really happy to be working with you. I'll see you guys next week, and we'll start talking about parts of speech next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Edward. Thank you, Sapi. That's so
Thank
good to
you.
see you.
Thank you.
Bye, you
Professor,
guys. Goodbye, everybody.
Professor,
Yes. Hey, what?
just come a question to my mind.
Please.
How did you find the link that you recorded?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. I should have said that. I'll send out an announcement so that everybody knows. Thank you so much. That's such a good question. I'm going to go back to my Canvas page. So the way I set this up is on the home page. Híjole madre. Hold on. G310. So this link here that says live support materials. So you can already see I have for today, January 20th, 2021. There will be this when the recording is done, because Zoom takes a minute for the cloud to catch up and for it to be available. But I'll post the link to the Zoom recording here, and then I'll also have like the PowerPoint. Every PowerPoint for every week I'll put in right there. So right now, because class isn't over, these aren't links yet, but in about an hour or so, they will be links. And every Zoom recording, every PowerPoint will be on that page that says live support materials. And for this week though, because I forgot to mention it, I'll send out an announcement just to let people know.
Thank you.
Such a good, no,
Sorry, I
great
have
question,
a
Ewa.
question,
Thank you.
sir.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
Nuri, go ahead.
Yes, I'm asking about a Chromebook. You mentioned that you might help us with getting a Chromebook from the college to loan it. I don't know how to get it. What is the process? And I texted you.
Stick with me. Oh, did you already? I'm so sorry if I didn't get back to you. This week, I was getting everything ready this week. So stay with me for a second because I can give you some information, but I want to answer if there's other questions. So stay with me for a few more minutes and then I'll make sure I give you the info you need. Any other questions? Andre or Amanda or Galina or anybody who's still here, questions? No.
I
Okay,
have a
Galena, get
lot of
out of here. Tell your
I have
daughter.
I have a lot of questions, but I don't understand which start for.
What do you mean? For like where to start with the class?
Yeah, it's like
For now, if you
so
go ahead.
confused. It's more like confused. What I understand right now, it's I need to take syllabus, these questions, what you say, introduction letter, and
Yep.
lesson number 3.
You're right.
All right.
Don't worry about lesson 3. So you're exactly correct. So if it's your first semester, first class, I totally understand why you're like, okay, wait, where is this going? How are we going to do it? What I understand, but you're exactly right, Andre. For now, for this week, especially this first week, introduction week, all online, do lesson 1, do lesson 2, do lesson 4 and 5, and then have the book or buy the electronic copy of the book, and then be ready to get started next week. Because next week it's going to be all grammar all the time. This first week is to get you guys comfortable and ready with how we do this class, because it is a little bit different, right? It's not like come to class or get an F. So this first week is about learning how to do the class. Next week is about how to learn grammar for college.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Trust me, I'll take you where you want to go. I promise, or at least do my best.
Thank you, sir, for your persuasion.
Amanda, yes. No, Nuri, good to meet you. Thank you for great questions. Thank you.
The same too. Okay, thank you very
Amanda,
much.
any questions?
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank
Then
you,
we
Andre.
will make a lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 4, and 5.
Yep, that's my suggestion. If you can do all of them before next week, that'd be great.
Okay.
You got it. And like I said, especially because it's your first semester, if you need any help with the technology stuff, Amanda, text me, email me, okay?
Yeah, I just bought my, I changed it for my college. I bought new MacBook Pro, but it's really pro.
Congratulations. Yeah. It's too pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I love
Yeah,
it.
that's so funny. Yeah, everything
I
is,
love it.
yeah. This mouse too.
New.
Everything is just not same a regular laptop. My old
You're
one.
great. You're in the right place, Amanda. Don't worry. We'll take good care of you. We got you. We got you.
Yeah, I never my first English. I think I didn't go into any English course or something. I just learned English is who is talking, people is talking. I just memorize it, listening, then learn it. Well, I need to.
Wow. So this is like your first formal class?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think that's like me in Spanish. I took Spanish in high school, but then I moved to Colombia and I lived and started living in Spanish. But then I will say, when I took a Spanish class as an adult, I felt it's good. Like, I think that your experience learning and using English, it's going to help you it's good to do both, right? It's good to like learn from real life. And then I think it's kind of fun to go back and learn from a book. So I think you're going to learn a lot. I think you're going to learn a lot.
That's why I am so excited. And okay, then I put myself
good.
with a big goal and big dream. Then, okay, I have to go. I had, almost last
It's
5
very nice.
years. Yeah, I wanted to go into college, because I didn't. I just talking, but I didn't. But this year, I did it, and I'm so happy.
You're here. You did it.
Yeah.
I love it. I can feel your joy. Your joy is we're lucky that you're in our class. You're gonna bring a lot of happiness to class. That's good. I really believe that's why happiness really helps learning, Amanda. It's when we're stressed.
Yeah.
That's why I try to make it less stress, because stress is not good for learning. Stress and learning do not go together.
Yeah. I just encourage other, especially younger guys, people, and never give up. Maybe today I can't. We can't understand. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, we will understand. We will learning. Then I said, okay, never give up. It's my favorite. Never give up. Keep going.
I
keep
love
going.
it.
Then I'm just so excited. Yeah. Just now,
That's good.
everything is new. I didn't understand something 100%, but some days later or next month, I'm getting better. That's it. Thank you so much,
I love it.
teacher. Yeah, all encourage us and teach us. I'm so happy. This semester.
Good. Oh man, your happiness is making me happy. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
So go slow. Like I said, go slow, ask for help when you need it, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, thank you. Thank you, teacher.
See
Bye.
you. Nuri, in the chat, did you see in the chat? I just posted this link in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, this is just for Nuri for the Chromebook.
Oh.
I can email you. I can email it to you if that's easier too. Let me. I'm gonna stop recording.